Hello everyone, welcome to our first week of continuing learning in AP Chemistry. One of the things you're going to notice each of these weeks, I'm going to try to give you an FRQ which links a little bit of the new learning that we're going to be doing this week, along with some of the topics and units that we've already covered this year. So this first FRQ is going to deal with some things that we've already seen before in terms of ionic solids and some of the things going on, and it's going to start dealing with solubility and equilibrium ultimately. So what you're going to see in this very first video clip is something really simple. I have a glass with some water here. This is actually tap water. It's not distilled water, so you may see a little contaminants in what I'm going to do. And next to it, I have some table salt, some sodium chloride. It is iodized. There's a little bit of iodine in there, but not any significant amount. So it's really just table salt, sodium chloride. And what I'm going to do is something very, very simple, and I'm going to just do some quick observations for you. So we have a little bit of salt. You can pour it in there. Let's get that in there and stir it in. Now, I could keep adding salt until I created a saturated solution. If I did that, the saturated solution, I'd know that it's saturated if no more salt would dissolve and the salt would start to settle down at the bottom. Now, you'll notice that's probably going to happen here just because it does take a little bit of time for that salt to become aqueous in there. And with this process, there's a couple of things that you need to know. And you can't tell from where you are, but I can. You're going to have to trust me here a little bit. If I feel this water, the temperature of the water actually decreased a little bit. Some salts, when you put them in water or dissociate them in water, make them aqueous, the temperature goes down. Sometimes when you do this, the temperature will go up. And it has to do with the bonds and the IMFs that are being broken and formed. And so your first set of FRQ questions kind of deal with that in terms of what chemical bonds are being broken, what type of IMFs are forming, and a little bit of thermodynamics in here in terms of exothermic versus endothermic. So table salt in water gets cold when you put that in there. So you have to think about the bonds that are breaking and the new IMFs that are forming. And so those first set of questions deal with that situation, and then it leads into some thermodynamics questions in terms of what's happening with the enthalpy and the entropy and the free energy. Is this happening spontaneously or thermodynamically favorably or not? What's happening with delta H? What's happening with delta S? And you're going to see a question in this FRQ which deals with that, and it's going to be asking you, is this situation thermodynamically favorable all the time, or is it never thermodynamically favorable, or only at a certain temperature and those above or those below? You'll remember I had asked you a while back to memorize that little table of delta H, delta S, and delta G. That might come in handy for answering that type of question. So that's your nice little situation. That's the quick video that goes along with this. You're also going to see in this FRQ some questions which deal with electrochemistry. You're also going to see some stuff that, some video stuff in terms of equilibrium and common ion stuff, although it's not really described specifically what's going on, but it's going to give you a hint as to what's happening there. So I want you to do your best on this FRQ that you can. You can use different resources. Please, 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 though, don't contact each other to get help on this. I want to see your own work on this. This is simply a CA grade for me to see where you're at with this information. I will be next week coming through with these FRQs, and I will give you the correct answer that I would be looking for each of them. So you'll be able to see whether you got it right or wrong, or a better explanation. Maybe you don't explain it as well as I would like, or in the same way that I would like. And I say I mean the College Board. So I hope this video helps to illustrate what you're going to be doing in much of this FRQ. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to stop in the office hours or send me an email. Thanks. Have a wonderful day.